Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today is hopefully the last one take video for a long time. It's Thursday, it's the 1st of July, so happy July. But we've got some big stories in the world of Chelsea. Well, I like that. We've got some big stories on the world of Chelsea. Talking about Tammy Abraham in advanced talks for a deal. Sergio Ramos messaged John Terry amid talk of receiving a Chelsea transfer offer for the Spaniard. Fabrizio Romano drops Declan Rice update as he turns down West Ham contract. What else is there? Oh, that's the same thing. And then lastly, Sky Sports report that Billy Gilmour is currently having his medical as we speak. It might even have been confirmed by the time you're watching this video, but Billy Gilmour is apparently having his medical with the club. We'll confirm that later on. But starting off with more Haaland money, this football.london thing is talking about. Chelsea fans are excited about the fact that Tammy Abraham is looking very likely that he's very close to leaving Stamford Bridge. What does it say? Let me read it out. Chelsea fans have been reacting to reports that the club are in talks with Aston Villa for the sale of Tammy Abraham, having fallen out of favour under Thomas Tuchel, coupled with the Blues head coach prioritising a new striker this summer. The writing is on the wall with regards to the 23-year-old's future. And I think that's a bit harsh. It's a weird one. It's a very weird one. Thomas Tuchel doesn't really like Tammy Abraham or the way he plays. But then when he was talking about why he's not playing him, all he said was because the rest of the squad are having having good performances, and it's unfair to drop them. But could you really say Timo Werner was having good performances? And he kept changing the likes of Ziyech, Havertz, sometimes playing forwards, but I guess no, he did play Havertz quite as that false nine most of the time. And amid reports that Abraham has been told he can leave Chelsea, there has been a major development. According to Calcio Mercato, the Blues and Aston Villa are in advanced talks for the striker, with the latter preparing an offer close to €45 million, £38 million to bring him back to Villa Park. Following a loan spell a couple of seasons ago, he helped them get out of the Championship into the Premier League for the first time. Not the first time, but they came up and then went back down again and came back up again. As expected, this rumour sparked a massive reaction from Chelsea fans on social media. On one side, some are demanding that the club insert a buyback clause into the deal, which is a sign that many believe in Abraham's ability and that he can still lead the line in the future, although others are excited at what selling the striker could mean. Now, personally, I want a buyback clause. I think unless he doesn't want a buyback clause or a clause that can get him back for cheaper or anything, just anything that isn't the same as for Kyle Tomori, losing him permanently. He's now an AC Milan player, because I think they're just so Chelsea. And Tammy Abraham especially, I think he could lead the line. He could lead the line in the future. And if he's scoring 16 goals in a Premier League season at the age of 22, maybe he struggled as a 23-year-old, but imagine what he'd be like as a 27, 28-year-old when he's in his prime. I think that we need to keep hold of him, or at least have the chance of keeping hold of him. But others are saying it means that selling Abraham will fund a deal for Erling Haaland, who is apparently will be costing £149 million, which is Borussia Dortmund's asking price. Now, it's not really gonna be a like for like swap or whatever. I don't know. Haaland's definitely worth more than Tammy Abraham, but some of that money could go towards that £150 million. But I don't think that's the reason we're selling him. I think he just wants first team football in our top. I'd say Aston Villa are quite high up in the Premier League. Definitely one of the better teams in the league, in the world even. I guess you could say Premier League, quite a high up league, and I think they should be challenging for Europa League next season. It might be a bit controversial, but I think Europa League is where they should be aiming if they keep Grealish. If Grealish goes, then maybe they might be a little bit screwed. But if not, they still have a really good what's the word? Still have a good thing going on there. They got youngsters like Watkins, Buendia still young if they bring Tammy in as well. Got tricky players like Butch and Traore, John McGinn. They've got a good few players, and then a solid defence with one of the better keepers in the league as well. In net, in Emi Martinez. But secondly, Sergio Ramos' Instagram message to John Terry amid talk of receiving Chelsea transfer offer. Now, Chelsea legend John Terry has been exchanging messages with reported Blues target Sergio Ramos, while Thomas Tuchel has been tipped to bolster his squad with a central defender amid links to Rafael Varane. It's another player that with ties to Real Madrid that could save the club millions in the summer transfer market. After 16 years of service, it was announced last month that Sergio Ramos will leave Real Madrid when his contract officially expired, which is today. No, not today. 17th of June, they said that. It is. So as of today, he's a free agent. But for how long? As expected, given a player of Ramos's caliber is now in the market, can be signed for free, the rumour mill has gone into overdrive. According to Spanish TV broadcaster, though, El Chiringuito, who has close connections to the La Liga giants, Chelsea have made an offer to Ramos in the hope of persuading him to move to Stamford Bridge, although it remains to be seen if the Blues are successful, as PSG and Man City are also reportedly in the running. With that said, Chelsea fans might be interested to read about an exchange between Ramos and former captain Terry on social media less than 24 hours after reports of an offer emerged. Now, what does this say? Is that... That's not really messages, is it? That's just his story. Eh? Oh, right, okay. John Terry took to Instagram and uploaded a graphic that has ranked defenders in terms of goals scored. Firstly, Ramos is top, and second is John Terry. And John Terry said, "Thank you, bro. It's been a pleasure to be in the list of so many great players." Wait, what? Oh, no, okay, so John Terry said Sergio Ramos is at the top, but he's happy to be second. And then Ramos said, "Thank you, bro. It's been a pleasure to be on this list of so many great players." So maybe they have a good connection going on. John Terry does work with Aston Villa at the moment as assistant head coach or defensive coach. But he's, I'm sure if he's trying to make connections with ex-players, especially the best defender to ever play for Chelsea in John Terry, then I don't think that's a bad sign at all. And we've seen the impact of what Thiago Silva had to our defence, bringing experience in. Sergio Ramos could do the same thing. He's got so much experience. 16 years. 16 at the top level for Real Madrid. Definitely wouldn't turn that down, although he is a little bit of a tough one. He's a bit of a tough cookie. Tough cookie, is that the right word? I don't know. He's a bit of a idiot, guess you could say. He's a professional, but then he's also too professional, almost, if you know what I mean. Like, Champions League final, took out Mo Salah, dislocated the shoulder. Because of that, they won the Champions League, which is a bit unfair. But moving on swiftly onto our third story, Fabrizio Romano has said that Rice has always been the main midfield target for Chelsea and suggests that he is one to keep an eye on this summer. Speaking on the Here We Go podcast, Romano said, "Always keep an eye on Declan Rice because Declan Rice has been the main target as a midfielder with Lampard and with Tuchel." He added, "They want to do something in midfield and we need to see if it will be Declan Rice." Now, he has been very good this season with West Ham getting Europa League football. He was spectacular against Germany in the 2-0 win over Germany in the Euros, progressing England into the quarterfinals. It is coming home, ladies and gentlemen. It is coming home, I can confirm. And according to Who Scored, the midfielder was West Ham's fourth best performing player, with a rating of 7.01. He's a defensive midfielder. He makes a lot of tackles, a lot of interceptions, but can also drive forwards, get you out of a couple of sticky situations. So it reminds you a little bit of N'Golo Kante. However, he is only 22 and also has a bit of a goal threat as well. He's registered 3 goal contributions and he does have a long shot on him, which I think is what we need at Chelsea. If you can't score, if you don't shoot, then you won't score. If you don't buy a ticket, you won't win the raffle. You know what I'm saying? Don't know what he is laughing for. I don't do if buts and maybes. I do absolutes. I can't really do accents. But apparently also Declan Rice has turned down the last 2 West Ham contracts, meaning that he may be looking for a move away. Man United were a club interested, but now they've signed Sancho for £90 million. I don't think they'd sign him this summer, especially if they got Fred and McTominay in midfield. What a partnership. Maybe we could even sign Pogba. Might make a video on that, because he is pretty much the perfect midfielder next to Kante. And if he's turning down 2 West Ham contract offers, surely that means something. Either he wants more money than they're offering, or he wants to leave. Now, I've just seen, this happens every time. I've just seen, apparently Chelsea made a big bid for Adama Traore. It's probably cap. But anyway, lastly, Billy Gilmour, Chelsea midfielder, to have Norwich medical ahead of potential loan move. We're going to wrap this up sooner rather than later. But Billy Gilmour, brilliant against England in the 1-0, most boring game of my life probably ever seen as a football fan. Chelsea midfielder Billy Gilmour is to have a medical at Norwich on Thursday ahead of a proposed loan deal. Now, they lost Oliver Skip because... reminds me of that really annoying song, Oliver Skip. He was on loan last season, helped them get promoted. However, the loan ended. He's back at Spurs this season, and they're looking for another young midfielder, to pull the strings of midfield. And Billy Gilmour is the guy they've turned to. They want to stay in the Premier League rather than go straight back down like they did last time they were up here. That was last season, or 2 seasons ago technically. And he has agreed to join Aries for the 2021-2022 season, but after testing positive for COVID-19 while at Euro 2020, he'll have his medical following the completion of the 10-day isolation period, which is today. So, like I said, the deal might even have been confirmed by the time watching this. If not, it will be confirmed pretty soon. I wouldn't be surprised. Norwich have already signed Angus Gunn from Southampton, I think. There's like that right guy. And Kosovo winger Milo Rashica from Werder Bremen. Good signing out of nowhere, but I like to see those. I'm about to play FIFA, so that's why I'm making this video while it's updating. But he's a great player, Billy Gilmour. Graham Souness did actually want him to stay at Chelsea and follow Phil Foden's path, but I think a loan move is what would be best for him. He's not getting first team football at Chelsea. He actually didn't really feature that much under Thomas Tuchel. I think Jorginho has really stepped up, Kovacic has stepped up, and Kante has stepped up. And I think if we also sign Rice or a midfielder with Loftus Cheek coming back, Gallagher coming back, Barkley coming back, I don't think Gilmour will be playing week in, week out football. Which is what we need him to do at this age, 20 years old. We need first team football for this guy. And hopefully a season with a top flight team, hopefully helping them stay up. I don't really have a leniency towards Norwich, although I do not like Todd Cantwell. Probably the hair. But anyway, that's all today. Thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and to help me out, subscribe if you're new around here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.